We're going to look at the workhorse muscles of the body today. These are the muscles in this general area. The core working with glute maximus, glute minimus, and medius even. When I see people healthy in that area of their body, overall, they have improved health. These muscles were designed by nature to be really, really strong. And if we don't get the workhorse out of the stable, that horse isn't happy. Same is true with these muscles. And because we sit so much and we binge watch on Netflix, which is awesome, by the way, but because we sit so much and we binge watch on Netflix and all the other things we do, these muscles get weak. Today, let's do some great strengtheners for these muscles. We're going to get right to it. All right, so we're going to start at the floor today. Come on to the floor, and I've put a blanket underneath my knees. You may or may not need a blanket, but I kind of like it because it's extra padding. So we're going to start on all fours, hands and knees. Here we go. So as we begin, soften down between the shoulder blades. So you're not rounding your back like this. You're going to soften down, and you're going to turn the receptivity channel on. That's the best channel, the receptivity channel. From there, take your belly button up toward the ceiling, broaden your low belly. It's deep and broad like a valley. Keep that, and now use your core to lift your left leg. And then slowly bring the leg up and down, but keep the core working as you do this. And you're consciously connecting your core with lifting the leg. So you're asking your core to help support the movement of the leg, the lift of the leg, right? And this is a conscious mind-body connection here. We're not zoning out. The belly button continues to go up toward the ceiling. Even the area where you hold the pee, where you urinate, even that area goes back and broad. And you're consciously using your core to help lift the leg. We're not going super fast. We're not getting a hitch in our giddy up like this. That would be hitching the giddy up. We're just consciously moving mind-body connection. And then we're going to go to the other side. So the core stays broad. Broaden the low belly even more. And then consciously use your core to help you lift the right leg. Now, the glute, the buttock is working here with this. That's a good thing. But the thing I'm really looking for you to do is make the mind-body connection. So you know how to work your core with the buttock. It's the opposite watch of this. I'm going to let my belly go. It's the opposite of this. I'm hitching in my pelvis. It's not that. We're going to broaden the low belly, and we don't want that hitch in the giddy up. That's what I call it. You're going to do this. Whoo. And then when you come down, this is a lot for the arms, you can come back to a child's pose with the knees almost as wide as the sticky mat, big toes touching. Okay, so now for our next one, soften between the shoulder blades again as you press through all 10 fingers. From here, you're going to straighten the back leg again, point your toes, and then turn your toes out to the side. You're going to work at different muscle groups there, and then bring the toes back to center. And you're going to notice the muscles that get fired up more in the glute, between pointing the toes straight back and turning out to the side. And from there, then come to what I call it's like a hydrant kind of pose. Your heel is in alignment with your knee. It's not in. Your heel's in alignment with your knee. Broaden your low belly, and now lift your knee higher than your heel. This is hard work. Try to lift the knee higher than the heel. You're going to feel glute minimus and glute medius working here, and you can bring that leg down. Come back and rest in your child's pose before going to the other side. So we're in child's pose, and after your rest here, go ahead and pause the video, and then we'll do this same sequence on the other side and come back to a child's pose, which is yummy. Yay for child's pose. All right, now go ahead and move your mat right next to a wall and have just a little bit of wall space behind you so you don't have a bunch of tchotchkes on the wall. I love that name, that term, tchotchkes. Okay, so we're at the wall, and again, you can have the knees on a blanket. Hands and knees, take your right foot to the wall, not too high. You want the foot parallel with the floor, broaden your low belly, and now get power through the underside of the leg like you're a kickboxer. And you're going to push all the way through that heel. And as you do that, lift your knee, lift your right knee, and get power on the underside of the leg. You guys, this is really hard work here, but you're going to power up some serious muscles. That kickboxing energy, oh my gosh, it's pretty incredible energy. You're going to come out slowly. Guess what you're going to do? Child's pose. And by the way, you can have your head on a block. If your head doesn't touch the floor, don't worry, it doesn't mean you're not a yogi. Get a block. You have a block, and you can put your head on the block. Now, you're going to do that on the other side, and then we're going to end with a grand finale pose today. Okay, this is our grand finale pose for the workhorse muscles today. You've got options. It's a good thing. You can have your hands on a chair. You can have your hands on blocks. I do like the hands supported either on a chair or on a block rather than on the floor, because you can work more skillfully with your core here. That's part of what we're doing here, is really asking the core to work nicely with the glutes today, the glute muscles. All right, so with our chair or our blocks in front, we're going to start in a standing position. Your feet are parallel and even. The toes are not turning out. Your feet are parallel. Lift your right leg. Your hands come to the front. Now bend your left knee, take your right leg behind, touch your chair or touch your blocks, straighten your back leg. Now root through the standing leg, and you're going to come back through center, and you're going to come back up to standing. And you're going to do this 5 times. So you'll bend the standing leg, take the opposite leg back, make the mind-body connection here. That standing leg is bent deeply, and then you're going to come back up to center again. We're going to do it 5 times on each side. That's a tall order. It is definitely a grand finale pose. Give it a go. So on another day, we'll do our deep, deep core work, but ultimately I like to see the core communicating really efficiently with the workhorse muscles in the body, the glutes back here, and the hamstrings as well. These kind of muscles, these muscles burn calories. They help insulin production. They help your digestion. There's so many reasons to get these muscles fired up. I hope you enjoyed this sequence. I know that grand finale pose at the end is a challenging one. Subscribe here and let me know what you think. See you soon.